Hi friends. The baby's up here. Look at her. She's so cute. Today we're going to be trying something different, something new. I actually have never tried one of these, so I am super excited and super curious to see how it goes. The kitty knocked over my tripod earlier, so I'm nervous she's gonna knock it over again. Okay, anyways, drum roll please. I'm making a crochet chicken. Okay, so it already has everything included, so I did not bring down any of my materials. I am not gonna cheat in any kind of way, so I'm just gonna use these materials that they have included in the kit. It says that the skill level is beginner, so I hope it's easy to follow. I did just get familiar with patterns, so I can now read patterns. I mean, I don't know every stitch out there, but I am familiar with a somewhat advanced pattern. Yeah. This pattern includes some polyfill. It includes yarn, obviously, and the hook and everything else is in here. Okay, it does have a stitch marker. I was curious about that. I didn't really like. Yeah, I don't see a stitch marker in here. Wait, that's not a stitch marker. That's the tapestry needle. Well, I hope I won't need one. Okay, looking at this, it includes pictures, and it actually looks super easy to follow. I mean, like, judging by the pictures, I've never made a chicken before, so that's why I picked this one up, because I want to make chickens for my market. And I don't know, I was just curious to see how it would play out, especially for someone who's never made a crochet chicken yet. And so I'm super excited to try this out. But here's the instructions, photos included. I really do like that. It's actually so cute. What I'm judging now, I'll come back and assess later, don't worry. I'm assuming that like a beginner would have no idea how to read a pattern, because I mean, I didn't. I would just watch videos, tutorials, and then later on I advanced to reading patterns. Like, to a beginner, the patterns do look intense. Like, I did buy like my cousins some crochet kits for Christmas, and they were intimidated by the patterns because they have like never crocheted ever. So he's like, hey, can you show me how to do this? Because I don't know. To be fair, he's like 8 years old. I assumed that he would just like know. I don't know why. I'm like, you can just make whatever you want with it. He's like, well, I don't know. My bad. Okay, I was confused because it says C1, which means white. Okay, I'm assuming color 1. Okay, we're good. It literally says it right at the top. I'm a little slow, don't mind me. Okay, I'm gonna try to use like a tighter tension with this, because I have a feeling that it's gonna be like pretty gappy. Judging by the picture, like, no, actually, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, right off the bat, this chenille yarn is extremely thin. I'm used to like parfait chunky or like any 6-weight bulky yarn. Like, sometimes I'll use the Mainstays velvet yarn from Walmart, and I'm pretty sure that's also a weight 6, or maybe it's a weight 5 weight. But yeah, it's thicker than this, and so it's it's quite different. I will say that. I'm not saying it's terrible, I'm just saying it's different. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, you guys, I can't do it. I have to go and get myself a stitch marker. I'll be right back. Okay, I normally have my boyfriend pick out my stitch marker color for me, but he's asleep, so we're gonna pick one out. I went with pink. My preference is to mark the last stitch of the row. I've noticed that it just helps me keep better track of where I'm at, whereas like tracking like the first stitch of the row like messes me up. It does substitute an option for a magic ring, which I do like, but I like to stick with the just a regular magic ring. That's different. So it wants me to chain one. Yeah, it wants me to chain one in between each round. That's different. I lied, guys. I'm keeping my tension pretty normal. I will say right off the bat, this pattern is very different. I'm not used to a pattern like explaining like everything in detail. For example, it says round 2, chain 1, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, increase made, 2 single crochet in each stitch around, and then join. I don't know what join means though. I'm not sure, guys. For join, I'm just gonna do a slip stitch into that chain. I don't know what else it wants me to do. I did that whole round without doing the chain 1. It's looking somewhat promising, but there is stains, I think, from the pink or the red. I still don't know what join means. But I've been doing slip stitches for the join, and it looks pretty decent. I mean, it looks promising so far, right? Yeah, there's pink splotches like all over this. Still had 2 rows left. I definitely messed up somewhere, so we're gonna frog and then just stitch it together. Hopefully it turns out right. Well, it's not gonna turn out right, but hopefully we can make it work. Okay, since I ran out of yarn, so I couldn't do like the last decrease round, it's literally a pod. So they knotted this up, and I'm having a hard time because of the yarn type untangling this. This is just a no for me. No words needed. Well, we finished this chicken. Are you guys ready to see her? Drum roll, please. She's so ugly. I'm probably gonna give her to one of my cousins. The eyes were like impossible to put on. So yeah, I'm sure even if like I did the increase round, it would still look super wonky. My final review on this is probably like a 1 out of 5 star rating. Is it beginner friendly? No, it's not beginner friendly. I did run out of yarn, but that's because I didn't know what the pattern was asking me to do, so I did mess up. I had like more stitches than what it was telling me in the pattern. I did follow all of this correctly, and it looks pretty terrible. Like the beak looks okay, but does it look like a chicken? Kind of, I guess. Its eyes are like really messed up because I had no idea how to put them in. when it's already been made. I just followed the instructions, guys. I just followed the instructions. So yeah, this was a fail, but it was a fun one. I think it's only fair that I make an actual chicken in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.